Okay, hey everyone, we are live and ready to get started. I'm just going to wait for maybe 30 seconds to just make sure that those who are ready to join us are here. If you have any questions, feel free to sign in below in the chat roll and ask questions, or you can just head on over to Facebook and shoot me a Facebook message if you have any questions at any time, okay? So I want to give it 30 more seconds and then we're going to get going. The replay is going to be available and so you can watch it over at any time as well. So let's just give it 30 quick seconds and then we're going to jump right in. Okay, so I want to welcome you tonight. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy week tonight to come and spend some time with me. If you've ever been on a live event with me, you know that I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to keep you here forever. We're just going to jump right in. But first of all, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Khalida, and I have been online now for a little over a year. And I got started with an internet marketing company. I saw really great success this year with my company. I mean, it was doing really, really well. And it all came from simply taking a step back and coming up with a blueprint and a formula to really start seeing results. Something simple enough that was newbie friendly and that my team could duplicate, those who were taking action and really wanted to see success in their business. I'm originally from Barbados, which is a really small island in the Caribbean, and I went to school for a while in the U.S., and I did my bachelor's degree in biology. So you're probably thinking, wow, that is a huge difference coming from being a scientist over to internet marketing and business. And trust me when I say that it is a surprising difference. It's really surprising ending up as an entrepreneur and doing so well as far as businesses. I've never done anything remotely related to anything like this. And that just goes to show it's all about mindset and really jumping in and taking action. Tonight's going to be kind of short because my daughter's sick and she's just going to, stick around me and wait until I'm done. But I wanted to come and share with you, okay? So I'm just going to jump right in. Tonight, we are going to be covering 5 steps to serious results in your business. So even if it doesn't matter what business you're a part of, you could have a service-based business, you can have, you can be a part of an MLM, an internet marketing company. It doesn't really matter. You need these 5 principles, these 5 steps, or whatever you want to call them, to start seeing massive success. Then I'm going to talk to you about becoming unique. I've had a lot of people ask me, how are you able to attract people when there are so many different affiliates of that company? Some companies have hundreds of thousands of affiliates or even more affiliates, thousands, hundreds, and you need to be able to separate yourself from all of the different business owners, all of the different affiliates who are offering the same thing that you are offering. And then finally, I'm going to cover 2 essential things that you need to be focusing on all of the time. This is something that you have to keep in the front of you if you want to take your business to the next level. And like I mentioned before, these are all things that I have tried. These are all things that I've done. I'm not going to be talking about anything that I've heard about that might work. This is stuff that is actionable, that I have actually, gone into, done, seen results with, okay? So if you haven't already, go ahead and get something to write with, go get something to drink, because we're about to get started, and we're about to get started really, really quickly. So I see I have some people who are jumping in as we go. And if you're now joining and you're worried that you're going to miss out, don't worry about it. You can watch the replay and catch anything that you may miss on this live event, okay? So let's get started. Now, first of all, if you own a business, and I know this may seem to be silly, this may seem to be common sense, but if you own a business, you need to know your business. There are tons of people that I speak to on a daily or weekly basis, and they have no clue what it is that their business does, their company offers, their products. They can't really explain them. And I'm telling you, especially if you're an affiliate, you need to know your business. You have to figure out what it is that your business does, and wherever possible, you need to go in, try things, become a product of the product. Because if you are not able to give your own feedback, your own opinions, and not just because you read the manual or you heard other people saying stuff, but let's say you are selling a weight loss product, you're selling vacation products, insurance, whatever you are selling. If you are offering services, why should someone take you up on your services? Have you used a service that was similar in the past? So you need to know your business, okay? Straight up, write that down, know my business. And then this goes right into number 2. You need to become a product of your product. Now, there are people who sell healthcare supplements, they sell different kinds of products and have never used the product before. Now, when I first got started, well, I would say I got started with them because I never really took it up, but I started with a green company, I guess you can call it. And I use every last one of their products. I use their vitamins, I use their baby products, I use their skincare products. And I was able to tell people, you know what, this one doesn't smell that good, but I really like this one. Or my daughter didn't like this, but she liked that one. You need to do that. You need to be a product of the product, because then people see, oh, wow, they're using it, they like it, and you don't even have to sell. And that's why it's so easy to get automated sales. It's so easy to get people to just join your team when you are emphatically using whatever it is that you are promoting, whatever it is that you want people to buy. So if you're offering a service, why should people use your service? Let's just say you're a life coach. Why should people hire you, right? Now, I know you're probably saying, well, but suppose it's something that I'm offering that I don't need. Well, you need to figure out a way that sets you apart from other people. Why should they listen to you? This doesn't necessarily apply to everything because, of course, you know, a brain surgeon probably hasn't had brain surgery. But on the flip side, look at it. He went to school. He separated himself from the other surgeons by specializing. So you need to start looking at things that way. You need to specialize. So this goes into number 3. How can you specialize? You need to research. You need to have a customer avatar. You need to have a target market, and you need to get really, really, really specific. It is so much easier to become a big fish in a small pond. It's easy to become a specialist to a small select group of people than it is to go out there and try to take over the world, right? I mean, if you've watched Pinky and the Brain, you know that didn't go very well. You need to start small and then scale up, move up. It's the same way with school. You start when you're younger, you go to pre-K, then you go to kindergarten, you go to primary school, then you scale up, you learn more, you get more difficult problems, difficult homework, and the further up you go, the more qualified you become. So you want to figure out who your ideal customer avatar is. And that's one person, your ideal person that you would just love to work with, and then you want to grow and grow and grow and expand and expand and expand. Now, the reason why this works is because, let's just think about it. If you do a really good job with just one person, you do a good job with one person, they get results with whatever you help them with, and they write you a testimonial, right? Then you can now go out and look for 5 or 10 more people. And it just keeps growing and growing. When you become an expert in one small field, it is so much easier to become an expert in a larger field. And that is why it's so important to Figure out who your target market is, figure out what your niche is, and figure out who your customer avatar is, okay? Okay, I have a question. Okay, so someone wants to know how can they have a customer avatar as an affiliate of a company. Now, it's really simple. And I actually, that actually is answered in something I mentioned before. We can cover it right now. I want you to answer this. What are you offering? You need, like I mentioned before, you need to know what it is that you are offering. When you know what you're offering, then you're able to ask yourself and answer the question, what problem can I solve with my products, right? So once you can figure out what problems you're able to solve, let's just say you sell, because I just bought Insanity, I'm going to use this as an example. Let's say you are a coach and you're selling fitness products, right? You need to ask yourself, what do my products do? And the answer would be they help people lose weight or they help people to become fit. And then the next thing you want to ask yourself, what questions can I answer? What problems can I personally solve? What can I offer a solution to? Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I'm getting some really bad feedback here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I was getting some really bad feedback from my other laptop for a second. But if you're an affiliate of a company, you just want to ask yourself this question. You want to know, what problems are you going to solve? What problems are out there that you can solve? And then you want to ask, how can you solve those problems? And that's going to help you really narrow down some of the people you want to target. So for using the fitness example, if you are selling fitness products, there are tons of different people who need your products. But you don't have to cater to all of them. There are people ranging from young to old, middle age that need the products, but if you try to cater to everyone, you're really going to limit yourself. You're really going to hurt yourself more than you are going to really help yourself. So just because you are an affiliate of a company that sells products to basically everyone does not mean that you can't have a target market, okay? Does not mean you can't have an ideal customer avatar. Because for me personally, building a team, there are some people I know I don't want to work with. And that came from just plain experience. There's some people I know that I don't want as my personal customer. And you need to figure out who you don't want to work with, and you need to figure out who you do want to work with, okay? So number 4 is going to kind of tie it all together. You want to do your research. So you want to do your research on those who are buying products that are similar to yours, who are buying services that are similar to yours. Then you want to do your research on who you think will be your ideal customer avatar, because that's going to help you in knowing how much money they're willing to pay. It's going to help you with addressing their questions and their objections and any issues that they may have even before they can voice their concerns to you. So by doing your research, you're really doing yourself a huge, huge favor. You're going to cut down on the amount of objections that you're getting. You're going to cut down on the amount of time you're going to spend hunting people down. And you're going to see that you're going to start attracting a lot more people, because if you are doing your research, you know where they hang out, you know what it is they want, you know what you have to offer, and if you have what they want and you position yourself to give it to them, you don't have to sell as much. You don't have to go hunting down. You're now able to attract, okay? And stuff becomes so much easier by simply attracting your ideal customer. So, marketing. I know a lot of people have questions about marketing and actually selling a product. And the crazy thing is that what most people don't understand is that this is really, really easy. It becomes so simple once you are able to answer the above objections, once you're able to follow the above steps that we covered. 1, you got to know your business. 2, you have to have products. you have to be a product of the product. You have to use your product that you're offering, or you have to be able to identify objections to your products or to your services. You have to know your customers. You need to know your target market. You need to know your potential customers. And then you need to do your research on your market. You need to know what problems they have, what solutions you can offer, and then you just have to go out there and offer the solution. So marketing, and I know this is probably the part that most people are interested in, just figuring out how to market. And the crazy thing is once you know your customer, once you know where they are hanging out, the marketing becomes the easiest part. All you now need to do is to position yourself, your services, and your products in direct line with your customer or your customer avatar. So one of the things that, for instance, for me personally, one of my products when I was actively promoting my company, I was looking for people who were more around my age, and I wanted to cater more so to women, right? And so I knew that my ideal target market was hanging out on Facebook and hanging out on Instagram. I'm not a big Instagram fan. I tried it out, but I didn't really like it. I just didn't. So I focused on Facebook and Facebook alone for about a month and a half. And that is how I was able to literally get 50 plus team members joining my team month after month. It is really simple to add people to your team, to sell your products and your services, once you're able to get in front of your ideal audience and your ideal customer base. It's really simple. The thing about it is I hate selling. I don't sell like that. Once you position yourself, and I'm going to get to this in a second, once you position yourself, you position your services, you won't even have to sell. Because when you are a product of your product, you're using your product, you're getting results. And I was using the training that I was offering as a bonus, and I was getting results. There are people who are going to see that, and they're going to want it because they're going to want the same results you are having. And you need to remember, your results must align with the problems that your ideal customer avatar is facing, right? So as long as you're able to answer their problems, offer their solutions, selling is going to be extremely easy. So how can you market? Like I said, you need to know your customer avatar, and then you need to start getting massive, massive exposure. You really need to position yourself in a place to get found. And I go over this in a lot more detail, but what you need to know is that exposure is so important. And there are tons of ways for you to get exposure, especially if you are marketing online. It's really, really simple, all right? I mean, my personal favorites for getting exposure is blogging and video marketing. Simply because for video, it takes you 3 to 5 minutes at the most. I mean, you can go longer if you want to. And then for blogging, you can write a blog anywhere, post a blog from anywhere. Simple, go ahead. This allows you to build relationships, to get massive, massive exposure, and not only that, you're building rapport and credibility as you go out there and really position yourself as a leader. If you are blogging and you are offering massive value on, let's say, a weekly basis, I know some people blog every day. I did a 30-day challenge for a while, and it can be hard. But once you put yourself in a position to really take advantage of giving value and positioning yourself as a leader, it's going to become really, really simple, really, really easy for you to start attracting your customer avatar and attracting those who want what you have, okay? So I'm not trying to sell you on blogging. I'm just saying there are tons of different ways for you to really get exposure online utilizing internet marketing strategies. It's just up to you to find where your customer avatar is and go after them. It's really that simple. So definitely, definitely keep that in mind when you are doing your research. Ask yourself, where's my customer hanging out? Where's my potential customer hanging out? If you're looking to build a team, who wants what I have? What problems can I solve? And figure out how they want their solution. Video, PDFs, ebooks, I don't know, live events, Facebook statuses, notes on Facebook. I mean, there are endless possibilities for how you can just sit down, figure out how you're going to deliver massive value and position yourself as someone of authority and as a leader. So I am going to answer these two questions that I'm asked a lot. How am I able to stand out as a unique person in my company? So how can you stand out? I know if you are an internet marketer, you definitely need to separate yourself from the crowd. You need to brand yourself. You need to become an individual. You can't be out there trying to just blend in with the rest of the affiliates who are a part of your company. You need to be separate, and you definitely need to establish yourself as a leader and a person of authority really quickly. So one of the ways that you can do this is ask yourself, what does my ideal customer avatar want that my company does not offer? And that is a huge takeaway. So write this down. What does my ideal customer avatar want that my company does not offer? And guess what? Just offer that as a bonus. So for me, I developed a membership site which had tons of training that really went into detail on how I did what I did, on how I was able to help people in general, as well as how I was able to position myself and get the results that I was getting, okay? Sorry about that, I was turning on the iPad for her. But yes, ask yourself what you can give as a bonus, what you can give to your ideal customer avatar as a bonus for joining you and becoming a part of your team. It works wonders, trust me. But of course, you can't promise something and don't deliver, because then you are going to lose credibility. Okay, so we're going to go into two things that I want you to take away and start focusing on today. So this is our take action kind of thing. Of course, you're going to take action on everything that we covered before, but I want you to especially focus on these two things. First of all, positioning yourself as a leader and a person of authority is extremely important. And there's several ways that you can do this. You want to position yourself as a leader, as a helper, and as the person who has the answers. So if you can help people, if you can provide answers by simply just helping and being in the right place at the right time, and that goes back to knowing where your customer is, where your customer avatar is, and just adding value, trust me, becoming an authority figure and becoming a leader is going to be a cinch. And then two, I get tons of people asking me, I'm brand new online, I don't know anything, how am I supposed to establish myself as a leader and an authority figure? Or if you are offering services, how am I supposed to get clients? I've never had clients, I'm offering services, how do I establish myself as an authority figure and someone who they need to hire? And it's simple. You need to start investing in yourself. You need to start investing in training. You need to start investing in books. I mean, books still cost anywhere from under $10 or around $20. You can get them on your Kindle. Read books. Books are a wealth of knowledge. Hop onto live free training. When I first got started, that is how I really added value to myself. I would literally stalk those who I considered leaders in my field, and I would be on every single one of their trainings. I mean, some days I would be on 3-4 trainings. I'll be up late at night, and then in the morning, I was a dead woman walking. But the thing is, you need to add value to yourself, and you need to put yourself in a position where you can put value back out there. Because every single leader adds value, gives value, and is a person of value. So my definite takeaway is you need to help, you need to be a leader, you need to establish authority, and you need to invest in yourself. So whether you're going to invest money to make yourself more credible, to buy trainings, buy books, or you're going to invest time by hunting all around online and finding things that are relevant to your niche and to your field and just adding value to yourself. That is how I got started. There's no shame in doing a lot of stuff for free, because once you start adding value, you're going to start attracting, you're going to start making more money, and then you can start spending more money on things that actually count, okay? So I really hope that that was helpful to you, that now you understand that you, as a brand new person online, even if you are not seeing a success right now, you can really start seeing massive, massive results online very, very quickly. Let me see. Okay, so I have someone who's asking a question. They're attracting people who are already in their company, and they want to know how to attract new members. Okay, what I would definitely suggest is that you need to, like I mentioned before, you really need to figure out who your ideal customer avatar is. So let's just say that you are selling a blog platform, okay? You're selling a blog platform and you want to attract people who needs a blog platform. There are tons of other people who are in companies who need blogging platforms, because blogging, as I mentioned before, will allow you or them to really establish themselves online. Who needs training? Who needs that training that is in your company? So this is literally what you need to do. You need to write down a list of either companies or people, maybe leaders in the field, and then you need to figure out how you can get yourself, your brand, and your company in front of them. And this does not happen overnight. For me, it took a couple weeks, but that's only because I was following a specific blueprint. But you can do this. It's just all about getting really, really targeted and figuring out who your specific target market and ideal customer avatar is. Okay. Yep, hopping on Hangouts will definitely add value to yourself for sure. I can definitely say that. I started out, I had a few people who I started with, maybe 1 or 2 leaders who I really liked, and I knew that I wanted my brand to go in that direction. And when I knew that I wanted to go where they were, or I wanted to do what they were doing, I would just hop on every single webinar that they had. And they usually have something maybe once a month or something. So for instance, a few of the people who I looked up to, James Wedmore for sure, because I'm a big advocate of video marketing, I would hop on every single one of his free events, and then as soon as I could, I bought nearly all of his products, right? And then there was Melanie Duncan, Amy Porterfield. There are tons and tons of people that I used to follow for free until I could afford to buy their products. And guess what? Now I own their products. So, I mean, just because there are people who are not paying you right now does not mean they won't pay you in the future. And because they put so much value out there, I definitely decided to stick with them. Okay. I would also look into finding other leaders as well, leaders who are probably not even in your own company, because if you are looking to learn marketing strategies, like real actionable marketing strategies and taking yourself to the next level, you want to see what other people are doing. How are they marketing? And not necessarily those who are internet marketers, but coaches and people who offer services and training products. How are they marketing their business? Who is their target market? Maybe their target market is similar to yours, and you want to figure out how are they getting in front of their target market. And once you figure out what they are doing, then you can kind of start copying them. And I use the word copy, but this works. Like, it really does work. So you just want to kind of follow until you get your own tune, I guess, until you figure out what your own rhythm is. And once you figure out what your specific rhythm is, then you can take it from there and just take over. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I'm going to hop off in a second because, like I said, my daughter is not feeling well. But I wanted to share with you guys really quickly the BS formula of internet marketing, okay? Now, I've had a lot of people ask me about this for a while. I'm trying to share my screen. Give me 1 second. Here we go. I assume I'm sharing my screen. So the BS formula, this is a formula that I came up with. I shared it with my team members before. It's really a way for you to really simplify your business. This is how I got started towards really, making waves online and in my company, okay? So who is this BS formula for? If you are online, if you're an entrepreneur, even if you're offline, this is for you because we're going to cover the 3 pillars of the BS formula. So in module 1, we go over business. We talk business because a lot of people forget that they are businessmen and businesswomen. And I know you probably haven't hired an accountant, you probably haven't done any bookkeeping, and you're probably saying, but I'm not making any money. Well, we cover how you really start handling business. When you start to handle business, you start to get results. Trust me. And you're probably getting results and you don't even know it. So that's what we cover in module 1. In module 2, I go over branding. This is one of my favorite things to talk about. I did a live event a while back, and it was a 2-part event because I just love branding. Branding is the one thing that will take your business to the next level. So we covered that in module 2, and then in module 3 we talk all about exposure, how you can really start getting exposure even if you are brand new online. Now below this Hangout page, you're going to see a button and you can get access to the BS formula right now. You can just go ahead and grab it and jump right in. The modules are there. You're going to have lifetime access to all of the modules as well as some periodic bonuses as we go along, like monthly calls and such. You really need to dive into this formula and just start taking action, okay? So if you are looking to take your business to the next level, this is for you. These 3 modules, these 3 things, this is where the BS formula started. It was really simple: business, branding, and exposure. And then on these 3 pillars, I started to build up and build up, taking it and from each level, so this is the bottom level, each level took it to a whole other income level. And this is what's going to help you. If you are not getting results right now, if you are not seeing the kind of success that you want to see, this is what you need to take your business to the next level. So just go ahead, go below, and grab the BS formula right now. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message on Facebook or send me an email or whatever you like. Shoot me a message and I will definitely chat with you. So let me see if I have any more questions. Okay, so let me just hop onto my Facebook. Okay. No, you do not need a lot of money to start making money online. Like I've mentioned before, I have honestly gotten started this year when I got started with my company. I got started for free, 100% for free. But a lot of people don't like to hear this, but it's also about your mindset. You need to ask yourself, do you really believe that you can make 5K per month? Do you believe that you can make 10K per month? If you don't believe it, then you are fighting a losing battle because your mind is going to control what you do. So I told myself, listen, I need to make this happen. I need to figure it out. And what I did is before I got started in January, I took some time off and I just came up with steps to follow, things that I need to focus on, and I made it super, super simple. And I got started for free, and then of course I went to the first level, then I upgraded and I upgraded and I upgraded until I couldn't upgrade anymore, right? And I positioned myself to earn more by upgrading, and I also positioned myself as a leader because I was adding constant value to myself by just, buying more products, doing more training. Some of the products I bought weren't any good, and you're going to come across some products like that. But for the most part, if you have specific leaders that you're following and you hop onto their events, then if they offer you value on their live events, like for instance, I would hop onto James's live events a lot. One of the leaders that I follow right now, Kimra, Austin, there are tons of different people that I follow right now. Melanie, Amy, Marie, there are tons of people that I'm following that if you go on to their live events, you can tell that they're offering tons of value because you can leave that event with notes that you can go over. And once you leave the event, they're stuck in your head. Even if you don't have, let's say, the $97 or the $500 to buy their product or the $1,000 to buy their product right then, you know that further down the road when you can afford it, you're going to buy their products. There are people right now that have 20K products that I know that I am going to buy further down the road simply because when I didn't have any money, I would hop on their live events and they would be spectacular. And their free live events helped me in my business. And they are why I am where I am today. So why not spend 20K further down the road when I know that, I can afford it or I want to do it or whatever the case may be, right? So, I mean, you don't need a lot of money to get started online. You don't need a lot of money to be successful. You just need to know that if you don't have a lot of money, you need a lot of time. And then when you start earning money, then you start to get your time back. So when I first got started online about a year ago, I would honestly spend maybe 24 to 48 hours without sleeping, no lie. And that was crazy because my daughter was still small. And so, yeah, I would spend a lot of time like working back to back to back. But then when I started to make money, then I could outsource some things. I could get software to automate things. I didn't have to spend a lot of time doing stuff that I couldn't afford to outsource or automate before. So you have to just prepare yourself mentally. Okay, thank you. I'm glad that could help. I know that it can get discouraging when you're first starting and you aren't, let's say you aren't making a sale. Trust me, when I first got started online, to be honest, I got my first sale within 2 weeks. I made my first $100 and I think $25 within 2 weeks of starting online. But then after that, I didn't make a sale for months. I did not make a sale for months. And I had people in my ear telling me, you know what, that is a scam. They're taking your money. You aren't going to make any money. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. And you just have to fight through that. That's why this is for the strong. This is not for the weak. And I will not lie to anybody and say, you know what, this is easy, because it's not. Even if you have a lot of money to spend, you still have to learn certain things, and there still is a learning curve involved. And that's why I try to do the live events, and that's why I have these products to help you guys and to guide you in the right direction, because I know it's hard to find products for internet marketing that actually work. Yes, you will just go below. I think I added a button. There should be a button directly below this video. If you just click on that button, it will take you directly to that page. Well, to this page we're looking at right now, and you get some more information on the product. Okay, thanks. Thank you very much. And if you are interested, I'm also going to be having a Facebook fan page workshop. This was one, I think this got like 40% or 45%, somewhere around there. People are interested in how they can get started with Facebook fan pages, how they can build a page to build their business, utilizing not their profile, but their fan pages. And so I am going to start at the beginning. I'm going to be doing this live, start at the beginning, and walk you through setting up your own Facebook fan page. We're going to talk all about how to know when to post, what you definitely need to have on your Facebook fan page, and I'm going to get you started with doing some really simple paid Facebook advertising, okay? So that is what we'll cover in that live event, and that will be on Thursday. So look out for that invite for sure if you want to learn how to build your business using Facebook fan pages. So guys, I want to thank you again for taking the time out to add value to yourself and to take your business to the next level. And I really look forward to seeing you on our next live event on Thursday. If you have any questions after this event at all, please feel free to hop on over to Facebook and ask me whatever questions that you may have. I'm pretty much online most of the time. If I'm not, I will get back to you ASAP. So thanks for showing up, and I will see you on the next live event. Bye for now, guys.